Hi everyone, it's Mara Allard of Wind, Water, and Wisdom, and it's Monday, and it's the day that I usually take to pull a card or cards for a message for you, for anyone watching this video. This message is for you. I did the month of December and the first week of December. So I'll have an overall theme for the month, an overall message for you personally, and then an overall message for the week for you personally. I went and saw Wicked yesterday with a friend, and then I pulled these cards, and I can't help but think of the correlation from that. I had never saw the play Wicked, so seeing the movie was really a great experience and a lot of themes from what are playing out in the real world. Silencing of people, power being corrupt, going with the crowd instead of standing your ground, and what it takes to be brave and to follow what you actually know to be true. And I thought, I really love the movie. So if you are wondering if Wicked is worth seeing, I think it is. And I just saw some correlations about what's going on really now in the world today, and then how we can set ourselves apart and really stand. We don't always have to follow the flow. We can birth a new route. We can follow another yellow brick road, which is really funny, is that I always feel like for the last, I don't know how many years, I've just been following the yellow brick road with never knowing where I'm arriving. And when I arrive, and then without ado, I'm onto another yellow brick road. But trusting always that I will be taken care of. Okay, so on to the month and the week, which flow beautifully together. So I used the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I used this Oracle deck, and the month message. Now this is for you. It's not for the world. It's for the individuals watching this. So it's not the collective energy of what's going on in the world. This is a message for anyone watching this video for the month of December. This is the message for you. And it's Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine. Cosmic Womb. This is all about, so think what the womb is where we create. It is we birth out of the womb. Out of the womb comes life. This is the cosmic womb. This is birthing a new creation into life. This is something in your life. If your life has felt dull, stuck, stale, this month, feel into if there's something you want to birth into creation, something new, something that is like an itch, scratching that you want to scratch, like something needling at you. Like, it would be nice to try this. And this can be anything. Again, it could be moving. It could be a new direction. It could be, I want to learn to make sourdough bread. I want to stop doing this and doing this other thing instead, replacing an old outdated idea with a new one, calling into creation something that is new to you, and only you can define that. So that's the energy of the month of December. Think the womb, think of gestation, and then birthing, creating. So if I look at the definition, it says, or I was going to read a little bit of it. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited with the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry, stagnant, lost, unsupported, it's changing right now. And it goes on. So this is to think of what is going on right now that has been an inkling in you that you wish to try, and then follow that. The next card we got, which is for the first week, is Caterpillar, with literally a cat head on the top of the caterpillar body. Cats are wise, in my opinion. They're always looking, they're always observing, they keep to themselves a lot of time, they're social when they want to be. This is birthing into creation. So, this card is transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. The energy of the caterpillar appears, heralding a time of transformation and opportunity. Here you are being asked to revise, create and revise. Revise your dreams. If it looks and smells familiar, step away from it for the time being. The new cannot emerge from the old, and the youthful and the vital cannot emerge from the aged and the sickly. Experience and surprise yourself with what arises in this moment. Okay. Step away from the familiar, which I was just talking about in Wicked, like the familiar, going with the pack and being different. Step away from the familiar. I can only speak from my experience, but over the last 3 years, I have been slowly stepping away from the familiar. Not in all aspects of my life, but in many. Things that, and let me know if this resonates with any of you watching this, things that used to hold a lot of weight for me no longer hold the weight they did. For a simple example, decorating for the holidays. My house is still decorated, but it didn't hold the weight it used to. For example, I let my husband off the hook and said I didn't have to decorate the trees this year. I would not have done that in the past. I want to decorate, but not at the level I used to be called to. Buying gifts for people. I still want to give gifts, but in different ways. Things that, my real estate career, I still practice real estate, but in a different way, much more intuitively. So things that were a certain way have kind of fallen off a little and shifted and changed. And I'm not doing always the familiar or what was very familiar to me. And again, I've talked about this. We crave the familiar because the familiar we know. Going in a different direction can feel weird, honestly. And so like when I was like, why am I not like all jazzed up to really decorate full on house for Christmas? I mean, I did decorate, like I said, but I didn't do the whole house, every room like I would have done in the past. And, the familiar is to do the whole shebang. And this year was like smaller scale. And being okay with that, being like, okay, this is the year we do it this way. And I do not have to do what everybody else is doing. I can follow my own path. I can beat to my own drum, and I will still be okay. And that's what's really hard for a lot of people, is realizing that we can do it differently and we can still be okay. If you've done something because your family's tradition is this way and it's really run its course and you're only doing it because you feel obligated, maybe that is a familiar that you can walk away from or put a twist on it and change it. I feel like that's also a great way to do something, to transform it, is we're going to keep some part of the familiar and twist it and make it a little different, a little more creative. So we've got 2 cards, birthing something this month, and then this week, stepping away from something that's familiar and doing it a little different, or let it go. Like, I do this every single day because I have to, and let it go. I mean, recently, my laptop, which is still broken, it's been days and days and days. The old me would have already been at Best Buy and bought a new one. Then this part is I'm oddly accepting it. I'm accepting that I'm working on my phone all the time. I'm accepting that I believe it's going to be fixed next week. And I'm not panic-stricken that I thought I would be. So, when you shift little things, other things start to change within you. That's been my experience, is that when I've let go of my attachment to one thing, other things shift in me. And it's really been sometimes a little, I'm not going to say, a little uneasy, like, this feels a little different, I'm not used to it. But then just trusting that you can always go back to your old way. Always. It's still there. It's right over there. You don't have to go that way or this way. You can go back. But what if you just tried to go this way or that way? If it doesn't work out, you still can go back. The familiar isn't going anywhere until it does. And then for some of you, you'll know what that means. Because at some point, if you do change and shift, you can go back, but you won't want to go back. So for me, that's what's happened in a lot of areas of my life. I could absolutely go back to the way of doing things. I just no longer want to. And that's actually very liberating as well. So I love that these cards came up. I love that I saw the movie Wicked yesterday. I love that these are the 2 cards So the message, not the energy, it's the message for the month is birthing something. Think of your womb, if you're a female, and birthing into something new. And for the week is the transformation and trying to do something not like everybody else, trying to undo a familiar pattern and trying it differently. And if you see this video, these are meant for you. This isn't the energy of what's going on in the world. This is just your own personal transformation. Have a great week.